This just breaking. U.S. officials confirmed that North Korea did, as we reported moments ago, test-fired a ballistic missile from a region north of its capital. Now, it is not sure whether it was successful. It's going directly against President Trump's latest warnings to the country. Joining me now, presidential historian and author of Game of Thorns, he's Doug Wead. Sir, let's get to that first. What do you make of North Korea firing off this ballistic missile?
Boy, I'm telling you, when the president called the Senate to meet at the White House, I was disturbed. I've worked in senior staff in the White House and never heard of a meeting like that before. And we used those rooms in the EOB and Eisenhower building often. There's a reason to use those rooms. There's audio-visual opportunities there that you can't have in the East Room and you can't have on Capitol Hill. And what especially struck me as serious was after the meeting was over, no Democrat went to the microphones and poo-pooed the meeting or hinted or leaked to a journalist that this was an unnecessary meeting, a diversion away from Flynn and other subjects that were embarrassing to Trump. That told me something very serious that transcends politics is potential here. And we do know, some say this president's rational, some say he's irrational, but someday, Deidre, an irrational person is going to be have their hands on nuclear weapons.
You know,
we live in a dangerous time.
Doug, what do you think the president and the administration's reaction will be? And secondly, what will China's reaction, what do you think China's reaction will be to this?
Well, of course, I don't know the answer to that, but they've already anticipated that that may happen, and they've already decided what they must do. I see China in a very difficult position, because if North Korea were to be provocative, to do something, I mean, dirty bombs could be in containers, cargo containers in different parts of the world even now. They don't need an ICBM. If something were to happen and the United States retaliate to defend herself, which she would have to do, boy, a nuclear war would be destructive for the whole world, whether intended or not.
You know, here's the other issue too, Doug. The issue is that some of these missiles have malfunctioned, and there's a danger that they could misfire. I'm sure the authorities are taking that into account. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, you know, I was in Europe during Chernobyl, and it was pretty amazing. I was on the Côte d'Azur, and yet that nuclear event, as far away as it was, the winds were carrying that radioactivity. It was pretty remarkable, the devastation it had. When you look at North Korea, if something were to happen, Beijing is just a breeze away, and the breeze the other way is Japan. There's a lot of reasons why the Chinese and the Japanese and the South Koreans would want to help us to bring this crisis under control.
Thank you, Doug Wead. Good to see you.
Good to see you,
Come back
Dee.
soon.